Hi YouTube, this is FairyGuyy, and this is my Lightsworn build, and it is pure swans essentially, but I've been a bit cheeky. There are some darks in it, but you're never going to find a pure Lightsworn deck. I mean, I admit I've got all the Lightsworn cards apart from one errant. This deck's missing 2 cards, this deck's missing an errant and a gold sark. As soon as I get them, they're going straight in regardless. But I've tried pure Lightsworns before using things like Vanquishing Light and Realm of Light and Lightsworn Saber. Lightsworn Saber's a gorgeous card. It's funny when you use it and equip it to a Raikou. It's just funny. Or when you mill a wolf and he special summons and you mill a Saber and he drops onto it and you've just got a 2/8 beat stick out. And I used to run Dragonith in this as well until I got 3 Celestias. Dragonith is gorgeous. Such a brutal card. Go JD, nuke. If you're in late game with Lightsworns, JD, nuke, tribute for your Dragonith. And you've late game, you're gonna have 6 or 7 names in, and that's Dragonith pumping himself by 18. That's a 4/8 beater. You know, 7 names, it's a 5/1 beater. It's no, not 5/1 even. 3/8 or 4/1. I thought it was starting. It starts on 2,000 and pumps by 300. Yeah, but even that's just absolutely insane. And yeah, so this is the build. It's just a simple build, but I'm proud of it. It's a good deck. I mean, it's 2 Judgment Dragons, obvious reasons. It's your deck's nuker, and you've got a playset of Celestia. It's the engine of the deck. You know, tribute a Lightsworn, blow up 2 cards. It's just how the deck runs. And I've got a playset of Lila as well as a playset of Celestia. Now, I've been advised against this by so many people. I've been told run 2 of one and 3 of the other. And I've been told by some people to run 3 of this and 2 and 2 of this. I've been told people 3 of this, 2 of this. But no, I like them both at 3 and straight swans. Because it works. The mill is ridiculous. And actually I'm quite proud of these, because one of these is actually misprint. I mean, you won't be able to see it on the video, but on this one, half of the text is actually secret rare, not ultra rare. I think that's pretty cool. Now, as this is straight swans, I also run a playset of wolf, because it's just a ridiculous card. You mill it and you've got a 2/1 beat stick. You foolish it and then tribute for a Celestia, you've just instantly popped 2 and milled 5, if you count the wolf as a mill. And I only run 2 Raikou. It's the only Lightsworn I've got at 2, and I've only got it for the simple reason as the deck's just far too fast to need 3, but it's not fast enough to need 1. I like Raikou at 2, Raikou's a good card at 2. I've then got Illumina, for obvious reasons. I wish this card was back at 3, or 2 even. Even if this card was only at 2, I would love it, because I've got 3 copies of it. I collected them before the ban list, because I'd heard rumours about this in charge coming back to 3, or 2 even. And then obviously I've got an Arcus, you know, stop my lights target. I'm tempted to run 2, but I like it at 1. I've got Jane, because it's just, you summon it and it's just a 2/1 when it attacks, mills 2. It's just a nice card. Garroth, now I only run 1 Garroth, and I use him sparingly. Because if you use this mid to late game, it will deck you out so quickly. Because say you've got a Garroth out, and you've got a Lumina, and you've got a Lila in defense, mill 3, mill 2 more, draw 1, mill 3, mill 2 more, draw 2. You know, you just deck out. It's just crazy. Obviously I run double honest. You know, I mean, it's honest, it's a gorgeous card, and I'm FairyGuyy, and it's a fairy, you know. I mean, I would build Christia Swans, but I wouldn't, because I don't have the funding, and I prefer straight decks. I mean, I say I prefer straight decks, and you can see that. Now, that's something I was happy about this ban list. Oh, I was singing and dancing, because I'd kept hold of 2 all the time. And Chaos Sorcerer is back at 2. Hallelujah. Such a good card. It's crazy in Lightsworns, because you're milling all the time, and even if you mill 1, it just becomes a target for the other to remove. It's just ridiculous at 2. That's 2 darks. Obviously I've got a Plague Spread. I've got this in Ulti, because I like shiny things, and Ultimate Rares I love. Ultimate Rares are amazing. So I've got my Plague Spreader for obvious reasons. You mill it, you synchro. I've got a Gale, because again, even if I don't draw it and it just gets milled, it's a target for these guys. And it's just not a dead card in the graveyard, it never will be. And I've got a Necro Gardener. Again, I managed to get that in gold, because I prefer the gold, if I'm honest. May not be worth as much as the super, I don't really care about value, it's just a nice shiny card. And again, if you draw it, you've got discard fodder for things like Beckoning Light and what else do I run here that needs discard fodder? Beckoning Light and Monster Incarnation. And once it's in the graveyard, you just negate 1 attack. That saved my life so many times. I've got Gauze as a line of defense, say they Black Rose, or they start attacking you really early game, or try to burn you, you just drop Gauze. It's just a good card. That's the monsters out of the way. That's, admittedly, like most of my builds seem to be, it's a very monster heavy deck, but I don't know, decks seem to work like that when I run them. It does seem to work. Now the spells, I've got a playset of Solar Recharge. It's just, in any Sworn build in the world, I don't care, you need 3 Solar Recharge. You need 3. Because 3 just works. It just the mill is incredible and the draw is incredible. I've then got 2 Monster Reincarnation. Now, this is a common and a super. I did have them both in Ultimate Rare, but I sold them to Lux Lucis. And I got a good deal for them, and I needed money, because I'm skint all the time. Budget player, you know what I mean? But, yeah, 2 Reincarnation, simple enough, mill anything of use, say Judgment Dragon, you pick it straight back up. 2 MST, that was surprising actually, that was amazing, that was weird at 1. It's a cool card at 2. I'm tempted to drop 1 for something else though, maybe drop 1 for a Gold Sark when I get 1. Because I've got triple Lila, you know, I've got enough back row popping. But that's good if they set something and you can just MST it straight away. Then I've got a Charge of the Light Brigade. Again, a shame this card's still at 1, but I'm not complaining because at least there's 1. It's such a good card, just search any Lightsworn level 4 or lower for the cost of milling 3, which isn't a cost, it's a gift in this deck. Then got a Foolish Burial. Now, as you can see, this is a Japanese Foolish Burial. I have it for the simple reason, it's ultra rare. I mean, I've got another Foolish Burial in my tin. It's just here. There's my other one. But look at that. It's disgusting, it's a common. No, I have my ultra rare one. And if, before Julie with this deck, I will state I'm using an ultra rare Japanese one. If you want me to stick the common in, I'll put the common in. But I like my shiny cards. I like that ultra rare Foolish Burial. I think it's beautiful. I'll put that there. And I've got a Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, and Giant Trunade. Just staples. These 2 being back surprised me. But in all fairness, these 2 being back is Brain Control Heavy Storm. That's all you really needed to do to change them, and that is just such a broken card. I don't see why they ever brought it back. And Giant Trunade again, you just clear the field for those big pushes for game, don't risk a JD nuke. You know, Trunade, Dark Hole, and then push. And then the traps, I've only got 5 traps, I don't like traps, you'll notice that about me. Roll Decree. Oh, again, when this card came back to 3, I sang. Because 2 Decrees was good, but it wasn't enough, and 3 is just gorgeous. And again, like my Shining Lotus, I've managed to get the playset in Parallel Rare. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I love that card so much. Then I've got 2 Beckoning... Hi again, sorry. Right. Now, as I said, I've got 2 Beckoning Lights. And I thought, yeah, admit, I'm running the Decrees. The Decree playset is a bit weird, with 2 traps. But these traps are staple in a Lightsworn build. They're just so broken, and they're so good. And that, yeah, that's my Lightsworn deck. Now, I admit, right, I'm gonna apologise for this now, because when I was rattling through this, I did the Decrees, and then there will have been a bit of a jump when I did the Beckoning Lights, because initially, I got halfway through recording and actually finished off the deck, then realised my camera had died halfway through the video, and I went back and I watched the other video, and it turns out it died just after the Decrees, so I've just basically redone now, well I'm redoing, so redone, yeah, anyhow, so I've just redone the Beckoning Lights, and it's going to look a bit jumpy on the video, because I've had to thread it together, and just make it work and as well as I can, so don't judge me on that, you know, right, so, yeah, that's FairyGuy's Lightsworn build, it's a deck winner, it's a tournament winner, it's a good deck, it's, well, what can I say, it's Lightsworns, hey, so yeah, rate, comment, subscribe, please do. I hope you like the build. This is the only meta deck you will ever see in my possession. Pure Lightsworns, because Lightsworns are awesome. Right, take care YouTube, in a bit.